welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me for the segment, we have Meghan West, President and CEO of Mastercam, to discuss the labor gap in manufacturing and how the company works with workshops for warriors in support of our nation's veterans. Meghan, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you so much for having me.
What is the impact of the labor gap on manufacturing, and how are manufacturers working to create solutions and introduce innovation?
So this is nothing new. This is something that our customers have been experiencing for years now. Currently, we have somewhere around 720,000 open manufacturing jobs. And in the year 2030, we're probably looking at somewhere closer to 2.1 million open positions. And this equates to somewhere around $1 trillion of economic output. It means that our customers are having to spend their time recruiting, having to spend their time training, having to spend their time, finding people to fill these positions, as opposed to spending their time innovating and actually manufacturing and creating things that we need.
What does the recently signed infrastructure bill mean for U.S. manufacturing?
The infrastructure bill, I think, is great. In the last few years, there's been a lot of buzz around manufacturing within government, and I think that's wonderful. It's great to see that there's this renewed interest. I think where it falls down is that they just took out a lot of money, $100 billion, I believe, that was slated for workforce development. So you've got this infrastructure bill that has great ideas on how to build this house, but nobody to actually build it. And so we kind of have a miss. So I'm hoping that that's something that will be considered.
As a manufacturing executive, how have you led your company through these difficult times, and what can others learn from your experience?
As a manufacturing or as an executive in general, it's people first. It's at the end of the day, we have a group of individuals that are trying to solve a problem, that have this unified mission. And for us, that's to create software and services that solve the world's manufacturing challenges. But, if you don't focus on the people and invest in them, make sure that their mental health, that their physical health is good, then you aren't going to get the output that you're looking for. So for me, it's been understanding what the problems are, finding solutions, connecting with people as humans, and providing the opportunities for improvement, whether that's training, whether that's different activities within the company to keep us connected.
Right. Well, Meghan, this next question is important to myself and to my colleague, Gina Gentile. We are the co-leads for our Veterans at Nasdaq program. How does Mastercam work with workshops for warriors to rebuild U.S. manufacturing and close that labor gap?
So Workshops for Warriors is something close to my heart as well. We've been partners and supporters of them from the very beginning. And it was, for me, it was a solution to a problem. There was this identification that we did have this skills gap, and Workshops for Warriors was there willing to train veterans that were re-entering civilian life in manufacturing. And so it was a win-win for us. It was, you've got 200,000 veterans that are rejoining civilian life every year, and many of them have skills that may not necessarily translate to a civilian career. And so this kind of provides that opportunity for us to give back to veterans and for us to be able to provide the manufacturing industry with the skilled workers that they need.
All right, Meghan, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thanks so much.